All right, and we are back. So we are going to wrap up the race here now. Race recap for all you fans out there. So our 450 race recap here, brought to you by Gutterworks. Check them out at gutterworksgutters.com. If you're in the Southwest Michigan area, they do custom seamless gutters. Kayla and Josh, great moto people who own that company. So again, shout out to Gutterworks, sponsor of the show here. 450 race recap. Let's start here. Ando wins.
Given to him. But he looked good throughout the main. He looked good throughout the whole race.
Cool.
I'll be honest, we'll come out right swinging with a hot take, I guess, with Anderson. Okay. Not really a hot take, but I kind of thought he was going to be trash once we got to East Coast.
Yeah.
Just my thought behind it is he's been out west all off season, riding the hard tracks, has that bike set up for that. So practice, maybe that was why he was a little off. I don't know. But by the time the main came around, it was pretty hard packed and Cali-ish. So maybe that played into his favor. But I think another thing, being older, kind of a veteran guy, he realized the win wasn't there, and I'll take second. New Tomac was way back. I thought maybe he'd have the red plate at one point, but and how about Sexton on the ground and him having to jump over him? You guys see that clip?
So the first time I watched that, I thought he actually hit him in the head.
It looked like it clipped him a little bit.
It did, and then I watched the slow-mo replay and realized that he jumped over him and didn't do it, but holy shit, that was fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I think with Ando's loose, really fluid style, let's kind of bike dance around underneath him. I think that now, especially on that Cowie, with that fitting his style, I think he's going to even be better on these East Coast tracks when we get to deep, kind of like what we were talking about with Kev with that whoop section, like that rut. He was kind of going a little bit to the outside of it, rhythming in, and then the back end would drop in, and it would pitch him, and he kind of just let the bike do what it was going to do, and then he would correct. He wouldn't overcorrect right away, which a lot of guys were doing. But I mean, if you even look back to his championship year, he was solid every East Coast round other than that Daytona situation.
Yeah.
So I think we think of Anderson as just a West Coast guy because of the fact that he's won A1 before. He's won a lot of his races in the 450 class on the West Coast. But I don't think we give him enough credit for being an all-around guy, whether it be, packed, tacky, loam. But I definitely know what you're saying because, like I said, it's been a long time since we've seen him be this good. But I do think last night showed that he's ready to be in this all the way till the end. Yeah. When he knew that he wasn't catching Sexton, which Chase was just on one. That was his night, just like when he won whatever round that was earlier this year. He just hey, I'm going to take second. I want to win this championship. But dude, Sexton going down. I know I'm not saying that was entirely a brain fade. The track was shit, whatever. But this is exactly why I could not pick Sexton to win races because you don't the last lap. Literally all the way down to the last lap. And I feel so bad for that kid, and I hope he's okay. And we'll talk about it a little bit more.
I saw a picture of his face. His face is beat up again.
We'll talk a little bit about this more at the end when we talk about, not the race recap, when we can dive into a little bit more.
Well, we can talk about that because it's part of the race.
Okay, well, I just did
let's just segue right into Sexton then.
I was going to say, and we can do that. Yeah, okay. Here. So yeah, Sexton. So, dude, I thought, he was winning that race.
Oh, he was gone.
He was fucking good.
It reminisces of the round in Arlington last year.
Yeah.
He was gone.
However, though, he did have a little more pressure this time. Ando was 3 seconds and then made up a little bit of time, and it was kind of cat and mouse a little bit.
But I think Sexton was marking him. I think he knew.
Well, do you think that played a little bit of a factor in a little bit of a meltdown?
Does anybody know what the fuck really... So I only watched it once. So total transparency... I watched the race in segments last night because I had shit to do. So I watched the first 3 heats live, and then I was at dinner and I watched the LCQs on my phone with no sound. And then when I got back to the hotel last night, I watched the last 450 heat and then the mains with no sound.
I'll give my take, and then you give your take.
Go
so I watched it, but I was also there were people around talking, so there was.
What I think happened is, and it kind of AC had done this a couple times, where he'd hit the exit of the corner, he was still leaning in, and I think when he hit the exit of that corner, especially with the track being so packed up, started to lean in. The bike kind of extended into the face, it rolled up it, and then it loaded up, and then when it loaded up and it started to drift up the face, his weight just shifted to the outside. It was just something stupid like that. I think he literally was just leaning in, the chassis unloaded a little bit, then it pushed up the face, then loaded again, and then pushed across, and it pitched him.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I could, without going into slow-mo.
Yeah, I mean, is that a brain lapse thing, though? If he would have held the front brake on, a millisecond more, that front end would have been more planted coming out of that rut. maybe he lets off the front brake a little easier and unloads the front end, and he just dump truck pushes it up it, and then once it catches, KO. I mean, did you see that front wheel?
For sure. And another thing too is like you.
No. What
it was, dude. It was fucking. It wouldn't
tackled
roll.
the front
It
wheel.
wouldn't
The
roll.
bike wouldn't even roll.
Like the front end would not roll at all.
Yeah.
Like literally, like
Wow.
half the rim was like pointed inwards.
Oh, wow.
That's why he couldn't
So-
get back on and finish, I think.
I think also too.
No,
and I
no,
think that
that's
he might,
not why he couldn't get back on and finish.
Why, the medics didn't let him, or?
You didn't see that?
Well, I saw him
He
going
was-
to get on the bike, and then it looked
It was
like
a
I
he
was
was,
stew.
gonna
they were
say he was
yelling at each
total
other.
stew. He couldn't even fucking. He kept kicking the bike because he was so
he couldn't
fucking.
get it. He couldn't get his
scrambled.
left leg over the rear fender.
Yeah, he
So
couldn't even
Did
get
he
his
Charlie
leg
horse
over.
himself?
I think what Stu did
No.
in Daytona, and Coach me when we were talking about this, Coach said this. Remember Stu in Daytona that year in the
Yeah.
wall,
Yeah.
like when he fucking manualed and went over the bars,
Yeah.
and he couldn't get it, like the leg over the rear fender. Chase
Well,
was doing.
the fender was sticking up like a
Yeah,
boner,
but like
though.
but still though, like you think, like you look back and like, hey, I can't do this, so I'm gonna approach this different. I think Chase was so fucking disoriented that he didn't know what was going on.
Did you see him like almost fighting with the Alpine Star?
They did
guy?
the right thing.
Yeah,
So-
because the guy was like no and was like pushing him away.
And then he was
almost.
wobbling as he
Yeah.
was walking off.
and he was
that
wobbling.
A star helmet must not be very good.
So I do agree
No,
that
that was a good hit.
I do agree that I think that was a mental lapse too, because that's the thing. Like, think about it. So think about anytime your front end's pushing, like you're leaning in with the bike, and your natural like motion of weight is to keep leaning in with the bike because it's just gravity.
yeah.
I know that you're pushing across the face. I don't know why he fucking shifted all of his weight to the outside like that. Like, I know that fucking sometimes inertia comes in, but you would think he's just going to slide and that bike just like a baseball slide.
Well, it was sliding until it hit the face of the jump.
But that's the thing, though. I think when he was sliding up the face, and like I said, you kind of got to break this down with slow motion because shit's happening so fast.
Yeah.
He could have just leaned in and let the bike just go away. But I think he was fucking thinking, I'm going to try to ride this out. And he maybe shot off the track. But, dude, the way a bike reacts in a situation like that, it shouldn't have tossed him like that. He should have just literally baseball slid up. Because if you watch
So-
him, the front end was literally knifing going up the face. So think about it. Your front end goes like this, bike goes like this. Why are you pitching to the outside? You're going to go like that and wash.
But I think like as steep as that is, though, it's gonna hit and go that way.
It could. I think
like just how steep those jumps are, we can't tell on.
Yeah, and
TV. There's
it'd be
no
a
way
slow
it would have
motion.
just slid up like a snowplow.
Yeah, it'd be a slow motion
No way.
thing. You'd have to break it down completely in that sense. But I don't think it was a lapse in judgment. I think it was just one of those things that like your brain's fried at the end of a 450 main. And I think that sometimes you're just the things you do, none of us know.
50 laps, 20.
Well, how about this?
26 laps or 50-second laps, 26 laps in total? Like that's a lot of laps. Or else to say
So here's a little X factor, and we've seen it on Twitter a little bit, and talked about it a little bit before the show, and it's starting to leak out, pun intended. Some carbon monoxide in the stadium.
I didn't know
is
about
that
any of
getting
this.
to some riders? Those guys are
Oh, for
taking
sure.
very deep breaths. End of
sure.
a main like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that has something to do with it.
I mean, there was a lot of guys that were having issues at the end of that main. I
Yeah.
mean, there was a lot of guys out. There were a couple of guys that just pulled off halfway in for no reason. Like, it didn't look like they crashed. Didn't look like they had bike issues. They just pulled off. I mean, it could be. And if that's the case, we got a whole nother conversation we got to have that has nothing to do with racing dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I
not
mean,
going to be.
it's just like the Limegate all over again, really.
Yeah.
But who does that fall on? Does
Not
that
on-
go on Feld? Does that
No.
go on the stadium? Does that
goes
go on?
That goes on the stadium.
Yeah.
That doesn't go on Feld.
Yeah,
like, we
that's-
like to be critical of Feld, but that is nothing. The Limegate thing, that was them.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with
Yeah.
them. That has everything to do with the stadium. And if
Yeah.
that's the case, that's a
big deal.
that's a lawsuit.
I don't have much info.
I mean,
on
that's
Yeah,
that.
I don't
fans.
either.
You guys
I don't
said
either. I've just
something
seen
to me,
some
so.
rumbling of it, so it's pure speculation from us right now. But man, that
not a
could be
good
a
look.
really big deal.
That's not a good look. But yeah, I just feel bad for Chase, man. Like, me and Cole have been critical of him. Even you've started to be critical of him and stuff. But, dude, he was winning that race. But this is exactly why I can't pick him for race wins, because you literally don't know until the race is over with if he's going to win.
It was super ironic because I'm sitting there watching the race and I'm like, 2 laps left. Sexton's gonna fucking weed it,
Yeah.
just being a dick and
Yeah.
like because he's pretty good at weeding it.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna tuck the front wheel. It's coming.
Oh, I had one of those moments last night too. We'll get to it
yeah,
in 250s.
Mookie tucked the front wheel, and I'm like, Sexton's doing the same
Yeah.
thing. That's how Sexton's going down. Sure shit. Crowd erupts. Camera goes to Sexton, just bent over, hurled on the ground.
Well, when I heard the crowd, going ooh or whatever, I'm like, oh shit, who went down? And then they didn't pan to it right away, and I'm like, well, it can't be anybody who's out front. And I'm looking at the board, seeing if
Ticker,
anything's
yeah.
changing. And then all of a sudden they pan to Section being down, and I'm like, And then I started thinking about it before we knew where he went down.
Simultaneously, everyone watching went, oh!
And the crazy thing was, I don't know about you guys, maybe not you because it said you had to watch it, but like, did you look at that? And because
Oh no, I'm sitting there with a group of people around me in a hotel room talking, watching this race, and then they pan to Sexton, and I'm like, oh shit!
Did you also kind of think like, because we didn't at first really know where he had went down until they zoomed out?
Dude, I thought it was
where
on
the
the
fuck is he
quad.
down?
Yeah, that's what I was
where is
saying
he?
How the fuck did he do that?
And then you're
Yeah.
sitting there thinking like your brain is thinking before they see the replay, like, how the hell did he crash on an on-off where it's like right out of
Yeah.
the corner?
Yeah.
Like, because you know he didn't do like what he did in Seattle or whatever on that where he manualed over it because you can't.
Yeah, in Houston.
Like, what did he do?
Yeah, I was like, did he like get whiskey and weeded off that quad?
And then you're thinking
or, like,
too, that's
what?
like a 20-foot step on. Like, what the fuck did he do?
I don't know.
And only, of course, Chase Sexton in like the one spot that you shouldn't go down goes fucking down.
Yep. So
There's a black cloud over the Honda
I don't-
team, but
there
for
is
sure.
right now. It's bad.
I don't think he
It's
races next
bad.
week.
I hope he
Really?
doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
Dude,
Dude,
that
concussion
was
protocol, like
bad.
that was bad.
That was bad.
Oh, when has that ever stopped anybody in
We
this
talked
sport?
about this in a
Me-
group chat
yeah,
with Coach
Coach.
earlier. I literally put out there, I was like, so you boys think he races
I don't
next
think
week?
he does.
And
But Coach made the comment about Honda, and we know how the shit goes. Like they made the McAdoo thing. But this was more evident that he didn't know what the hell was going on. Like at least
Yeah.
with McAdoo, you could be like, oh, we passed the concussion test. Sexton was not going to pass the concussion test last night.
That motherfucker.
He probably
was
didn't even know what 2 + 2
stumbling.
was.
Yeah,
There's
that
no
was
way.
Bad. That was bad.
But if
so-
he does race next week, it makes to what me and Coach were talking about that
Yeah.
this just shows nobody gives a shit about these riders.
yeah, pretty much. So, all right, let's move on. So second place, we have a Cooper Webb sighting.
East Coast Web.
So
That wasn't luck. He hung in there.
But I'm saying
he was
if-
getting
dude,
third or fourth,
the first
which is
half
better.
of the race, I was going, holy shit. It's literally like East Coast switch in his head.
But okay, so if Mookie doesn't go down though and Sexton goes down, he gets fourth. So I shouldn't say he was bad. Like he was
But
good.
it's better.
It's better,
in
but
all
dude,
fairness,
he is,
he's only 26 points back now.
I think he's too. I think with how good Ando is right now, and we'll get to Eli with his unfortunate incident. I don't think he doesn't have a chance.
yeah.
He can't because they're now. Granted, like I said, we get to Tomac. That was not his fault. But before this, those two, speed and consistency, he's gonna have to win out and have them have issues. And I just don't see him.
Yeah.
being able to do that.
I mean, look at Tomac. He just had an issue that was out of his control.
But he still got 6th though.
Yeah.
And he's still
that
a
was
points leader.
impressive too.
That was impressive.
So,
was.
I mean, it's definitely a Webb sighting, so it all of a sudden puts him back in the conversation of him not being out of it, but I'm still not convinced here.
And the problem is the next 2 races are pretty gnarly races. We got a Triple Crown and then we go to Daytona.
Yeah. So
Not to say that he's not bad at either one of those things, but like you're talking about 2 of the hardest things you could go through in Supercross.
So here's the one thing, because we'll talk about this with the guy who got third also. Those whoops last night were jumpers by Q2. And amazingly, all of a sudden, Webb and Marv are fucking killing it, right?
I want to say something though. Marv has been good in the whoops all year. Like,
he has been
which
the best
is very
KTM
weird
rider
that
in
he's the
whoops,
best
yes.
guy in the whoops on that KTM team.
Yes.
I attribute a lot of that to what's his nuts? Who's the guy training him right
Burn?
now? Oh, not Burn. I'm sorry, DV.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know why I was
DV.
going to say
Yeah,
Burn.
yeah.
I was thinking of the other way around.
Burns with Webb.
yeah, with DV. I mean, DV we always know was good in the whoops.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because we definitely know that the bike's not worth
but
the
Marv
shit.
Oh,
look-
you
Marv
know
looked-
DV's out there making him hit fucking whoops for 10 hours.
But Marv looked good
Oh,
all day yesterday.
I thought
He's
after
been
the
good
way,
all season.
I thought the way his
but-
practice went,
but
I thought he
yesterday
could have got
looked
on the
really
box.
good. Yeah.
I
Well, he
thought-
did.
get
I mean,
on
he
the
was
box.
third. He was
Oh,
third.
that's right. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
He did get.
Oh,
So I was thinking even
But
before
fourth.
that. Before that, I was even thinking that like if Mookie and Sexton get go down, I thought he could have been on the box after the way practice went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mookie, yeah, I've got some thoughts on Mookie too. What
Okay,
place did
well,
he
we're
get?
moving right into Mookie.
Well,
fourth
let's get right
place.
into Mookie then.
Let's hear
So,
it.
have you guys heard about his off-season injury?
No.
Yeah. was
So
it
apparently
foot?
he had a broken foot or something in the
Yeah.
off-season, which would make a lot of sense.
Like
And
December.
what?
Like December
I don't know.
or before that?
I don't know. I haven't been
I
given
don't
an
know
exact
a time
timeline.
frame on it, but he was hurt in the off-season. And if that's the case and he's doing this well, that might be
Oh
dangerous.
yeah, he talked about this on Pulp, didn't he? I think he talked about it
Yeah,
on Pulp.
something like that.
I don't know,
remember
but
when
if
it
so,
came out.
man,
No, no.
that
Swap.
I think he's still on the upswing then, and that's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
looked good again
I wish he
yesterday,
would have
too.
told everybody that a little early because everybody was kind of shitting on him, like, "Oh, same old Mookie." But
I mean,
How crazy would it be? And once again, we don't know a time frame. I think it was on Swap Show. How crazy would it be though if that incident? Remember in the commercials that we're getting for the Husky 1 of 5
That's the
episode?
crash, I think.
That's what I was thinking. Now that you
I
said
think
that,
that's
I'm
the
like that
crash.
had to have been it, where the front end just dips and he just launches into a
and
berm.
lands on his foot.
Yeah, I'm one. I bet that's probably the crash then.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if he's
Top
on the
5.
upswing, these boys are in trouble with him too because he's third in points. He's
No. I'm not talking
20, less than 20 down, 20 maybe.
Yeah, man, though, just like I said, it's really hard for me to believe that can these guys go out and win? Of course. We're not just going to have Anderson
You
and
want
Tomac.
to heat too, right?
Yeah, we're not just going to have Anderson and Tomac just win out, like split between the two. I mean, we obviously saw that last night before Chase went down. But it is really hard to me to believe that a lot of these dudes outside of those two guys, and depending on how bad Sexton's concussion is, that all of a sudden these guys are just going to start reeling off wins. Maybe they get one here, maybe they get one there, but Anderson and Tomac are just on a different level than everybody right now.
But dude, he hasn't.
But he has
his
not.
best finish is second. He's just consistently been like
But
fourth,
his
fifth,
speed has been
and
nowhere
he's third,
near-
and he's only 20 points out.
But outside of
And
that Triple Crown in Glendale for that one heat race,
you didn't think he looked like he had winning speed last night?
No, there was no point that I was.
He
looking
wasn't
at,
catching Anderson or Sexton.
That's the thing, though. I have to see him start with them and pass them. He has yet to do that.
Okay, all right, fair.
And
fair.
this is coming from a guy that likes Mookie. Like I'm not.
Oh, you love Mookie.
See,
I
I
do,
thought he
actually.
looked
Oh, I'm a Stewart.
really,
I'm a Stewart
really
homer.
fucking good last night.
He did
until
but
he went down.
Is
you know,
there
but-
any?
He did, but he wasn't catching Sexton.
And that's
or
the thing.
Anderson.
And he was also not far off of where Ando was
Yeah.
at the time. And Ando just inched away from him. I don't think he's there yet. And maybe when his foot's 100%, or if it's if he's still building, like he gets there. But I think by the time we get to that point, it's gonna be too far into the series.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess.
what's the Baker juice usually kicking at around Daytona?
Around Daytona. But
Yeah.
the problem though is that I see Mookie getting slapped around at Daytona.
really?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't even think Mookie gets top 5 at Daytona.
Ooh, you
Oh.
sound like Denny Stevenson.
rough.
All right, so you
Fucking
got
rough.
Tomac. I am going to go on record and say this, and I'm jumping far ahead. Oh boy,
Tomac wins it again.
Here we go.
probably. But Tomac, Anderson's going to be good because even on the Husky days, he was good at Daytona. He was never winning speed Daytona, but he was good.
Okay.
Coop's going to be good at Daytona. Is he going to
No,
win? No.
Coop's always been ass cheeks at Daytona.
But he's podiumed at Daytona before, though.
still ass cheeks.
He's still going to beat Mookie.
Still ass cheeks.
And even though everything that's going on with this person, who I've completely
Oh boy. Here
Roxon.
we go.
Roxon is good at
Wow,
Daytona.
okay.
No, Roxon's never been good at Daytona.
What do you mean, bro? He's almost beat Tomac 2 years ago.
Yeah, he always gets out and leads, and
Okay,
then
so this
gets his ass
but this
clapped.
conversation is talking about guys that are going to beat Mookie at Daytona,
Fourth place last year. Hold on.
Oh, you got the vault up.
and then
Yeah.
also
got this.
because it is Daytona.
Second in 2020.
Okay,
Hold on. Let's keep going back here. 2019, 8th in 2019. Let's go back here.
2018 wasn't a good, and then 2017 he was out. But then you got to go back to like 2016, 2015.
20,
He rode a 350 one year.
Yeah,
2018, he did not ride.
no, because he was having all those issues.
Yeah.
So my point is that I see Kenny.
Okay,
beating
so
him.
you're talking about Mookie. Beating
yeah,
Mookie.
and then I'm
I
also
don't know, man.
Ferendis is going to beat him there. So
You think Chad Reed beats him when he shows up?
with that A-Stars gear.
Oh, I did see that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So no, this is not me trying to. I'm looking at it going. I just can't see Mookie. I just don't see it. I don't see by the time he's 100%, if he's not already close to it, him being able to make a difference. Now, him getting on the like if he gets third in points, yes, but man, we're not even halfway into the season yet, so it's a lot to start putting all that on him.
So
But
you
he
think-
has been really good this season.
So you think that Dylan is going to beat Mookie at
Daytona.
Daytona?
Are you kidding me? Daytona? Really? You even want to like?
Well,
he could get
where
a dead
do you
last.
think he finished last year?
What?
Where do you think
I have no-
Frenchie
I
finished
have
last
no
year at
idea.
Daytona?
I have no idea.
11th.
What happened to Daytona for him to get that 11th?
I don't know.
That's my point. You can't just look at that 11th and you can't have no context.
I mean, I can.
You can't because this is Daytona and he went out and won the outdoor championship. That man could get a dead last start and I guarantee he gets into the top 5. It's Daytona, bro.
Okay. Well,
One
if he's
year-
doing dead last starts or whatever, much like he has been doing,
Yes.
it hasn't shown that
Taking
he
out
can go
teammates
right
and-
to
And
the
you're
front.
also looking at what round was Daytona last year?
That's a great question. Hold
Was it
on.
the same round
Houston,
as it is
1,
now?
2, 3. Fuck. Where is it? Where did
Yeah, it was later in the season, injuries, and he still got 11th. Is that what
it
you're
was
getting at?
actually about the same. It was like 8th.
All right,
8th
so
round.
his first year on the 450 in Supercross, not knowing how to set up a 450 for Daytona,
8th
and
round.
you're going to base that off what he did last year?
Yes.
Not really smart. That has nothing to do with what this
I
year
don't
is.
know,
But
man.
you
You've
are
been
so high on him, and he has done literally nothing this year other
Has he
than
been top
get
5?
bad starts.
Has he been top 5 and passed more people than anybody else? That's something.
Okay,
That's
so
something.
great.
He's still not an all-star in
He's
fantasy.
9th in points.
Where's Ken Roxon?
I don't give a shit. I'm not
You
saying
have-
here
you
saying
have to-
Kenny's going
We
to win
weren't stroking
Daytona.
rock-
I didn't
we weren't
say Frenchie
stroking
was going to
rocks
win.
off.
I didn't say
I'm
Frenchie
not
was going to
jerking
win
rocks
Daytona.
off on my fucking face
I
right
didn't
now, dude.
say
Like, what
did
the
I
fuck?
did I say Frenchie was going to win Daytona? Those words never came out of my
You
mouth.
just said
You
that
said
he was
he
going to
was
beat Mookie.
Okay, hold
He
on.
was going to beat
hold on.
Mookie.
Stop. Hold on.
He was going to beat Mookie.
Ferrandis' finishes this year. 16th,
But
6th,
but also-
3, 4,
Context,
12,
context,
6,
context,
9.
context.
Justin is talking about beating Mookie.
Context.
Okay.
Context.
Okay, hold on. Okay, if we're talking about beating Mookie. So again, I'll go. Frenchie's,
Daytona is not a.
Shut
you
up.
can't. You can't.
Frenchie's results.
You can't talk.
16, 6, 3, 4,
He just is
12,
like a, he's
6,
like a liberal.
9.
He just talks over me.
Okay.
You
want-
can't talk about Supercross and Daytona in the same conversation. We know that Daytona is
Okay.
not a snowboard. It's more outdoors than anything. Who's a better fucking outdoor rider, Mookie or Dylan Ferrandis?
We
Okay.
don't really know about Mookie
Okay, hold
because he
on,
hasn't
hold on.
raced.
So
Hold-
Mookie can win an outdoor
Hold-
championship?
Stop. Hold on.
No.
Let me.
Daytona is nothing like outdoors anymore.
No, but it's good. But it's still.
Okay,
It's still closer
okay.
to outdoors than it is Supercross.
Where do you think his finishes were at Atlanta last year?
What does that have to do with Daytona? Atlanta's not like Daytona except the length. The dirt is not the same. The ruts aren't the same. It doesn't get as rough. What does Atlanta have anything to do with Daytona?
I will bet you Frenchie will be lucky to crack the top 5 in Daytona.
Really? You
Lucky.
actually believe that?
Lucky. Yeah.
Why?
I don't. He's not.
Where's
gonna
your
get-
proof? What's
he-
your reasoning? What's your logic?
He once again is not going to get a start.
But we know at Daytona starts don't matter because it is going to get rough as shit by the end of the main.
Okay, sure.
I want to hear your logic because your logic
He hasn't done anything.
that has nothing to do
This
with
is
that has
like-
nothing to do with Daytona.
Yes, it.
No, it
What?
doesn't.
It's
What?
a race. He didn't do anything in Daytona last year.
First year in the 450s.
He hasn't
First year in the
raced
450s.
Daytona before that.
Not on a 450.
Because I scrolled back in the
But
250s
it's not on a 450.
to see.
It's not on a 450.
I don't care. He'll be lucky to crack top
It does,
5 in Daytona.
Travis. It matters.
No.
Yes, it does.
It
does.
He might beat Mookie, maybe, but I'm doubtful on that.
Okay.
You are. That is
My
that is
logic.
wildly
You have,
impressive.
but you have no logic. That's your problem.
What is your logic?
Because I just laid it out for you. Were you not listening?
Your logic is it gets rough?
Yes, because it's going to be more outdoors than anything. Who is a better outdoor rider, Mookie or Dylan Ferrandis?
More outdoors than anything. Have you listened to any interviews in the last 5 years? They all say it is not outdoorsy
I'm not
at
talking
all
about
anymore.
the rhythm. Does it get rough? Does it get deep ruts? Does it get square edge?
You want me to call?
You're talking line selection and
I'm
stuff
not
like
talking
that.
about the
I could
layout
call-
of the track.
I could call Kev back and ask
How
him
many
how
times-
rough it was this weekend in qualifying.
He's,
I
I think Justin's kind of talking about who can pick better lines in a rougher
I'm going to pick Dylan
situation. all
Ferrandis.
He'll
that.
be lucky
And
to
who
crack
has
the
better
top
cardio
5.
at the end of the main when it's dog shit?
He'll be lucky to crack the top 5.
Okay.
That's all there is to
Okay.
it. There is no facts other than he's an outdoor
You
champion.
guys should put your money where your mouth is and make a
I
bet
would love
here.
to. I would bet him $100 he was lucky to crack the
take
top
that.
5.
Take that. Take
Because
that,
your
Justin.
logic has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You're going off of what he has
I'm
done
literally
right
looking
now.
at results. And there's nothing in
you
any of
wanna
these
give the
results that are driving me to say
Because
like there's a guarantee that he is going to be top 5 at Daytona.
What
There
are,
is
go to
nothing.
Mookie's Daytona results. He's been on a 450 there before.
All right, hold on. We'll look it up. Mookie's Daytona results here. You want to know what he got last year?
What?
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
5th.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 6 spots better than your boy.
Okay.
by
What
the
do you
way.
do? What do you do before
On
that?
the same bike as your boy?
Okay.
Last year.
Also, not first year on a 450, but okay.
Okay. Want to know what he got the year before that?
I have no idea.
8th place.
Wow, that's great.
3 spots better than your boy.
Was he racing?
On a
Dylan
MC
wasn't
on a
racing a
MC
450 in
on
2020.
an MCR Honda.
Dylan wasn't racing a 450 in
What place
2020.
was he in when he got into it with Barsha? He was kind of toward the front there too.
I don't know. You go back to 2018. He was 16th.
Oh, cool.
That was the Barsha round. That's
Okay.
when Barsha took him out.
And then
Blew
let's
the
see
radiator
here.
out.
You go back 2017. He was 16th.
Cool.
Let's see here. It sounds about like your boy's Supercross finishes this year.
Really? I'm pretty sure Dylan's gotten a couple top 5s already this year.
got a
going
podium,
from,
too.
Yeah, 10th. So
go
that's not to
back-
make you sound like an ass.
You go back to 2016. He was 4th.
I'm done with Mookie and Ferrandis. What do you got next?
I don't know. Hold on. Barsha 5th. Anything on that? I mean, it's just okay. Barsha 5th.
I mean,
Tomac 6th. Here we go. We don't need to
Pants are
spend
still
time on
tight.
They were. They're tight as fuck.
He's still got
What's
a
new?
massive.
Shut up. Okay. Anyway. So Tomac, interesting night.
I had him for a win. I think he probably. I really wish he would have started up there with them boys because that would have been a damn good race.
I mean,
I don't think he would have beat Chase.
I don't know. He came
Would
from
he
a
beat
long.
Ando though.
He came from a long ways back,
It was a
man.
battle into the death.
Yeah, but he got behind Eli in the heat race, or got behind Chase in the heat race, and Chase still kept the gap on him.
He was making passes on people on track, but most people like that 450 main was pretty fucking boring. If I'm being real honest.
Yeah, Dylan. Okay, sorry, we're gonna talk about Dylan again. Well, what the? You look like a spode.
I have no idea. We didn't see any video what happened leading up to it, though. We just saw the tail end of it.
He just got
No,
loose.
we saw it. You could see Dylan going through the whoops straight as an arrow, and then just weeds it straight to the
Probably
right.
dropped
I was
into
gonna say
that
he just
rut or
got
some
loose
shit.
at the end, so I don't really blame Dylan. He just got loose, and Tomac was coming.
Wow, windy out there, about to blow it over.
And then he just got loose at the end there, and Tomac saved it as best he could. So better than going off that triple, fucking literally falling over to the right. So
Yeah. Could have been like Kyle Peters.
yeah, fucking just wadded his shit. So but that was a hell of a ride. Come back to 6th. I didn't know how far he was actually going to get up there because we all know the field's super deep. So I was like,
That's one of those point salvaging rides that
Yeah.
I think that's why we keep seeing a
3
different Tomac this
3
year.
points between him and Ando for the title right now.
Different Tomac this year.
Yep. So
Let me ask you guys this: is it a different Tomac, or do you think we still see a mental lapse round?
I still think we see a mental lapse round.
Do you?
Yeah. I think it's just going to be one.
I don't know.
It depends on how close this battle gets between him and Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, it seems different. I mean, you watch those Yamaha behind the scenes videos.
Yeah, I watched some of those.
Beyond
Yeah.
the
Those
gate
are pretty
or something.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
I wish they did a little
Another
more
topic.
behind the scenes than the
Yeah.
race coverage that I
Well,
see already. But
another
whatever,
topic
it's
though is they fucking had the radio communication audio that they
Yeah,
were
that's
using.
cool. Yeah,
that was
yeah.
cool.
So yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if we don't get a lapse, it's going to be a battle to death essentially between him and Ando. I think coming down to this title. So
yeah, Ando should still have the points lead, whatever.
He should.
yeah, he should. But if ands, what's and buts,
Yeah, I liked on the podium. He's like, "Yeah, I've gotten kicked down a couple times, so I'll take this one."
Speaking of that, can we talk about that the video they did? We're talking about him, Malcolm, Jason, Malcolm, Eli,
I
and
didn't get to
Marsha.
watch it or pay attention to
Dude,
it, but I heard it was pretty cool.
Nostalgia was, you got to go back and watch it. Nostalgia was hitting me hardcore. Seeing those videos, like a lot of those races they showed, like I remember being at some of those races, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy that they think these kids have been racing each other for over 20 years.
Yeah.
It was wild.
AP 7th. Anything on AP? Nothing.
And
Thought it'd be better with the ruts.
Yeah, we got the
Yeah.
panic button out for him yet.
No.
I mean, I don't know how
I
you
think
can
we got
panic,
the
though, first on the
regrets
team.
button out.
The regret
There's
button.
lots of regrets going on at that camp right there.
With AP?
Oh yeah,
Why?
because he
It's
should
his first-
still be on that Yamaha.
Oh, you're talking about AP's camp.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about from KTM.
No,
Wow.
no. So I heard this week that Webb's camp is begging KTM to ride last year's bike, and KTM is telling them fuck no. So
Well, I guarantee it.
any inklings we had of Webb being off that team by the
He's
end of
going
the
to Star
year
Yamaha
is
next year.
100%
He's going
accurate
to
at this
Star.
point. Oh
Going back
yeah,
to Star.
oh yeah. Everybody's playing
Can you
dumb.
imagine the number 2 and 3 on the same team?
Ooh.
And then Frenchie's going to go to the KTM, right?
Ooh.
Either that or Kawasaki.
Oh, yeah, there, Cowie. I've heard Cowie too.
I heard
so.
Faulkner's going to Kai.
I heard
Pro Circuit.
I heard Faulkner's on 450 out of Pro Circuit's truck for 1 season,
Oh.
just to fulfill the contract, and then they're going to tell him to kick fucking rocks.
Well, we'll
Oh,
get
you
into
think
it
he
with the
goes to
250. We'll talk about with the 250. depending on
But
what he's gonna
anyway,
do.
outside of that, back to AP. Yeah, I think there's lots of regrets going on in his inner circle of leaving Yamaha. To be honest
Well,
with
you
you,
know, maybe if he was riding the 2021 bike, things wouldn't be so bad.
yeah, that could be a thing too.
Yeah,
But
I
the
mean-
winner in it all is Barsha. You
Man,
still got
yeah.
the old one.
yeah,
This is the thing that pisses me off, though. We got to stop doing this. Man's already got a podium this year. Like, I understand that these guys have to fulfill certain things, but
Yeah.
dude, and all three of us at this table are real fucking guilty of it. We get way too hard on these
Yeah,
dudes.
Yeah, we
we
do.
do.
Like, he got a podium. Like, who the fuck are we to critique?
But
and-
I think it hasn't been as good as what we thought it was going to be.
No, it hasn't. I completely agree. But like when you got people up there saying, "Oh, he's fucking riding like shit," you got a podium in a damn 450 Supercross.
Yeah,
man.
and
He did, he did.
the other big thing with it too that we have to take into account is that we hear all the stuff about how bad these bikes are.
yeah,
About how much they all don't like the new bike because there's something wrong. I haven't heard exacts.
Yeah, I
as to
think
what-
it's awesome how much Webb has like changed his tune. Like at the intro, he's like, "Best bike ever ridden." Blah blah blah. Yeah,
it always is, man. You get on, you're like, oh yeah, this is sweet, and then it never works out.
maybe they should just take the 2021 and form fit the 2023 plastic on there.
Roxon, 8th place.
done after Supercross.
Big rumors he's done with Honda after this year.
Yeah, well, he needs
Maybe he needs a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Where, though?
I don't know where.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know. The big thing
It goes back to KTM.
That is the big thing I keep hearing.
goes back to KTM.
In fact, I've heard I think it was Weege bring this up several times this week about him going back to KTM because of the Red Bull tie.
Well, let's see. Coop's going to be gone.
Where the hell's where would
Coop's
he go?
going to be gone. Marv's going to be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be just him and AP.
Yeah.
Because we know that Honda's trying to fucking get Jet Lawrence on that 450 as quick as possible.
Yeah. So needless to say, I haven't heard retirement, but I've heard that there is not.
I think a change of scenery might help him.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, we see what it's doing for Eli.
Yeah.
And not to say they were in the same boat, not the same situation.
I was thinking this the other day. What if they just come out of fucking nowhere and he's at Star Yamaha, but the Red Bull thing, he ain't letting that go.
Yeah, that's well. Then I've also heard Weege say that like these energy drink things are not as strong of a tie as we all think they are. Now we all know he's getting paid by Red Bull, which is a big deal.
Bet you he's getting paid more from Breitling than he is Red Bull.
Maybe, but who
Part
knows?
of sport.
Can I be real honest with you? You know what I'd really like to see Kenny do, and I know that it would be shitty for all of like American fans.
Go back to Europe.
Go back to the GPs.
I don't think he's do that. You want to know what I think?
Well, because he knows what will happen.
Here's another thing. I don't know what kind of support they're going to get for this World Supercross thing.
That was
but
exactly
I think
where I was
this
going.
World Supercross thing is going to turn into like the retirement home.
Can I give you
which
guys,
will be sweet.
Can I give you the reason why though I would like to see Kenny go over to the GPs, because we kind of really don't have too many other people to talk about before we get
So
into
you can watch hurling smoke him?
Well, I mean, that's part of it, but like why I would want to see that hurlings plays into this though. So hear me out. So we obviously know Kenny doesn't have a 450 Supercross championship.
Yeah.
And he never got a chance to ride 450 GPs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going back.
No, I don't think so either. But he did make an interview years ago. I think it was after 2019, after Hangtown. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't with LeBig, and it wasn't with Lewis Toon or whatever the fuck it is. Lewis Phillips. It wasn't with him. It was some other website. And they were talking to him and the possibility of like when he knows he can retire, of coming back home to the GPs. I feel like with where Kenny is at in his career, there's still stuff he wants to accomplish, but he's got money, retirement, and there's other shit he could do. Like, go back home, do one last hurrah. Maybe going back and racing Hurlings, the guy that he grew up racing with, his arch nemesis, so we call it.
Yeah.
The guy that he did beat in 250s, but we all know where Hurling's career is gone and what he is titled is as an outdoors. It would give Kenny some new motivation.
Yeah.
Like we talk about switching teams, giving him another purpose. Because if you tell Ken Roxon, we know that motivation is not an issue for him. Like, obviously, with everything he's been through. You tell him one last year, one last hurrah. He's not even 29 yet. We know that he's been through some shit, but we know if he took a year off to let his body completely...
he just needs to be done with Honda.
Give him a reason to get up in the morning, because that's the thing. He's been racing these same dudes for how many years now? He's doing the same shit over and over again. Tell him, we'll give you whatever you want. He can be on KTM, he can be on whatever. One last hurrah in the GPs. Try win that championship and go try to beat Jeffrey Hurwitz.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that much traveling though.
He's so in tune with America now. Like,
yeah.
But don't you guys think that would give him
over
there?
there.
Don't you think that would give him a new purpose?
What I really see happening here
I don't
is
think he could commit 2 to 3 years into
No.
it, because the
1
first
year.
year wouldn't be good.
I would say there's no way he'd be able to do it in 1 year.
just
He's
don't
got to learn how to travel all these countries again.
Well, then he needs to be
His
done.
body's different now.
Then I think he needs to be done.
I think a change of scenery is what we're going to see coming,
I
because
don't think
that's
it's gonna
a
be with the shit.
lot of what I'm hearing is a change of scenery. And then I think he's 2 more years, and then I'm with you on. I think by that time the World Supercross
It's
thing
the retirement
will be
home,
up
dude.
and go, and then that's what it's going to turn into. So you're going to get a lot of these guys are going to race the main series here. I think for until they're 28, 29, 30, and then they're going to go there from their 30s to 40s.
I just don't
essentially.
I just don't see it mattering with him. I feel like Kenny's in a situation where he doesn't have any motivation anymore.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
That's why he needs a new team.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. I don't think, and I'm going off of some of the stuff that we've heard that he's got going on in his personal life. That's a change of scenery.
Have you heard more since what? Sorry to
No,
cut you
I'm just
off,
going
but-
off of what we know.
Okay.
That's not a change of team is not going to do it. That's why I made the comment that his situation with Tomac is different, or with Eli, we see what he did. Okay, he goes to a new team, and I do agree with you guys. I think going to a new team would rejuvenate him. But if he has all this shit that actually is going, if that's really actually going on, that's not going to mean shit.
Yeah.
That's not going to mean anything to him.
Yeah.
He's going to, for that to change, he needs a new purpose. And doing the same shit over and over again, oh, cool, I'm with a new team. That's great. He's already done that before.
Yeah.
I don't, if this is going to be the case, I'll just say it now. Ken Roxon, that we know, that guy's never coming back.
He's been with Honda a lot of years, though.
but he was with KTM a lot of years too. He's with Suzuki a lot of years. Like, so what I'm saying is,
but think about it. So he leaves KTM, okay,
but it's the same dudes though. He'd be going
and
back
he goes to Suzuki.
Yep.
Okay, and what's he do? Rattles off. They win 1 or 2 titles.
He won the 2016 title.
Yeah,
when he
2016.
almost
That's
went
right.
undefeated, yeah.
Yeah. So he wins that title. Then he leaves them, and he goes to Honda, and then all of a sudden, boom, he rattles off the first however many Supercross wins there before he fucking blows his shit out. Then comes back from that. It's like, okay, I come back, I gotta do this, and boom, boom, boom. But now there's bike issues going on. No matter what anyone says,
Which makes no sense
There
to me.
are bike issues going on
Which
there.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And I keep
after
hearing
all the
different
success last year.
rumblings. Yeah, and I keep hearing different rumblings of there's major bike issues
Yeah,
going
I
on.
don't buy that shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
And he is
Bike's the same.
from what I've heard outside of the personal things we've heard. I heard that there is a total loss of confidence in that bike by him.
Which makes no
At this
sense. Once
point.
again, it's the same bike as last year. How is that? That's not possible.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know.
literally not.
It's
and
the same fucking bike.
Yeah, and all of a
I
sudden
know.
Chase, Chase on certain nights doesn't have an issue with it. So like,
I know. I don't understand it either. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Well-
I do. But I mean, as riders, we know that when a bike, I mean, I don't have total loss in my Blue Crew, but I know that front suspension needs work for me to be able to ride it any more than what I have already. So, like, I understand it in that sense at the very lowest of low levels you can understand
but
riding
at that
a bike.
elite level, you should be able to adapt and figure out how to
and
ride
once
it.
should
again,
be able
and once
to,
again,
but-
coming from a mechanics aspect, it's the same bike as last year. That shit has nothing to do with the bike. It has everything to do with. And I'm one of the guys that is a big. Anybody that knows me, I am big on if the bike. If a guy says the bike's not doing what he wants to do, fix the bike and then go after him, because we know that bike is proven.
Yeah.
It's not the bike. It's Kenny. It's Kenny.
Any chance they have made? God, yeah, that is weird. I don't know.
And see, here's
All right.
another thing.
We
The
gotta
last,
move
thing,
on
the
from
last
that,
thing,
though.
the last thing I will say about this, the reason why, even though it would be a change, it really wouldn't, because if he goes back to KTM, which well, obviously we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but say that is, it's not really a change because it's all the same dudes.
Yeah.
It's all the same guys he was when he left there in 2014.
Yeah.
Ian's still there, Roger's still there, Frankie's still there. Like, it's literally all the same guy. And Carlos is still there.
Yeah.
So it's all the same dudes. So,
don't
like,
know.
really, it wouldn't, unless he goes to fucking Husky or Cowie, which we know Cowie's not. I think Ken Roxon's done. As much as I hate to say it, I think Ken Roxon.
Maybe. Yeah.
he's
I don't
done.
know. I don't know. So, all right.
I could see him going out and like doing some DBK shit.
All right. Ninth place, Dylan starts again as
Yep.
per normal, as we've talked about and argued about for weeks on end. Brayton, 10th place.
That's good.
Brayton, from the interviews I
That
hear from
sexy
him,
motherfucker.
he is just pumped to be top 10. If he's top 10, he's happy.
And he's actually.
Good thing I picked him.
He was top 10
so
all day.
Actually, he's.
Yeah, me too.
He's trending actually upwards. I mean, no, that he's
Yeah.
had his issues, but he's been. Because when he started off the season, like, he was what, 13th, 14th the first couple
Yeah,
rounds?
and you got to think he didn't have all those off-season races to get warmed up
No.
with
Hey.
anymore.
Do we really
Braytona.
Do we really?
No.
Braytona.
Yeah, there we go.
Braytona.
Hey, that's just going to pump Dylan
Hey,
back
so you
a
going to
few
beat
more spots,
Mookie and
huh?
Dylan?
No, let's be
Oh,
real. That
no.
the win that he got that year, let's be
weird.
real, that was a lot of circumstances.
Do we see him really, though, bumping farther up in the top 10 that much at this
Triple
point?
Crown would be the only one.
Yeah. I mean, I see him 8 to 12, I guess, would
Yeah.
be about
I mean,
his
at
ceiling.
38 years old, it's not like that's a, shaking a stick at anything. That's not, that's great.
Dino, Mr. Consistency, 11th. Vince Freeze, first time out on the 450. Good day for him.
Kind of where we
About
thought.
one
he-
to
Yeah,
fucking
10,
heat.
12. Yeah.
Kind of what we thought, 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you?
12, dude. Like, come on.
I mean, let's be
Everybody
real, though.
quit shitting on the guy. He's
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
good.
I know. And another thing, too, though, like,
I'm
you
not
could
shitting on
definitely.
him. I picked him.
So did I. You can definitely tell that, like, his matureness compared to where he was a couple years ago, because this is like, what? If you go back to the last couple rounds in the 250 West Coast, there were certain sections that, like, everybody was hucking that were just gnarly, crazy hucks. That 3-3-3-2, I don't think he did it but 1 or 2 times the whole entire night.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm going to go 2, 3, and then whatever the rest of the rhythm was. And then you can just tell that's a guy that's, like, very comfortable with where he is in his
Yeah.
career. Like, he's like, I don't have to go out and 3-3-3 this thing. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do the consistent line that's comfortable for me.
Yep.
And I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I like seeing that from guys, because we see way too many times the guys go past their comfort zone, or what, as Jet likes to say, run out of talent, and it gets them hurt. And I, just like you guys, don't want to see these guys get hurt.
Yep. Okay. Let's see here. So Heartthrob, Brandon Hartraff, 13th.
Good.
Amart, 14th. Not bad for having a
Jesus
finger.
Christ.
issue.
Him and Brees in that LCQ.
Oh yeah, just battling.
Oh,
battling.
Martin was just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like, could you tell though that every time he'd get close to Brees, A-Mart's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Chiz is gonna chiz at a 15, so that's good. Sexton, scrambles his whole fucking eggs in his head and still finishes 16th, which is sad here. Bogle 17th. He's
Your
just,
boy is
Oh,
just.
man, I don't know
it's
what's
rough.
going on.
What the
He needs to go do DBK shit in the hills with them boys.
Oh
In
God,
his
yeah,
Twisted
I would.
Tea
Oh, I would
outfits.
fucking love it. Oh,
him and Josh Hill.
ugh.
Clayson 18th, Brees 19th,
They
Shane.
don't know how to get lapped, Clayson.
Shane,
Shane
do we
20th.
think the back is already starting to flare up?
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
You think
That's
that's
weird
what
how
happened?
we all called this.
I mean, I don't know if that's what's happening, but I'm going to assume that that's got to be what's
I'm
happening.
going carbon
right now.
monoxide in this round.
Oh, Jesus
Okay,
Christ. Starling 21st
Max.
with carbon monoxide
Carbon monoxide.
poisoning.
Max hurt.
And Anstey, down and hurt.
Down
And-
in a weird
we-
spot.
Yeah, down
Do
in a
we
real weird spot.
know-
The elevated corner, right?
Yeah, it was. Did
Yeah.
anybody? But he was all the way to the inside, though.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
know
know if he
what
got like
happened.
loose coming
Got
out.
sideways in that rhythm before.
But did anybody like? Is there a video of it though?
I haven't seen it yet.
I think leg or somebody was saying.
Okay, so the last thing I'll
Oh,
say
is that
about
what it was?
okay,
I don't know. Somebody told me.
well,
that.
he's already got the foot, right? The foot was his issue.
No,
Maybe-
it's shoulder.
Oh, a shoulder. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe finish that off.
So you know the thing that bothered me in that whole entire time though. So he was posted up there because the docs didn't want to move him for like 2 laps, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did the flagger just have the bike on the track the whole entire time?
I don't know.
Like for 2 laps, we had the flags out, and
I don't understand half this
I'm like,
shit that
what?
happens.
I'm sitting there watching it, going, bro, roll the bike off the
Yeah, what the
track.
fuck are you doing?
Like, what are you doing?
Dude, you know what? It's Dig Dugs, and we just don't know anything
Look, man,
about 'em.
I'm sorry, just shit like that pisses me off because like you're thinking that all the riders are like, dude, he's off the track. We'll just roll the bike off so we get the flags off the track.
Yeah.
'Cause that was such a stupid section for that to happen.
Whatever. So, all right.
whatever,
Anything,
dude.
Whatever, bro.
Anything else 450? You want to make any other stupid claims about Dylan before we move on to the 250s?
Oh my god, you won't be talking this tune when we go to outdoors.
You sound like I have said that. I'm not going to argue that with outdoors, but indoors the results aren't there.
Look, Daytona technically is outdoors, isn't it?
No. Yeah. So is Anaheim
Not really. It was still in a stadium. This is actually outdoors.
in a fucking stadium.
Yeah, I know.
It's in a racetrack.
Look, bro, we'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. When he wins that outdoor championship again and goes 2 in a row,
when he
no.
gets 5th, I'm going to be like, wow, that was impressive.
when he
Right.
beats Mookie, which is actually this whole conversation we were having,
Yeah, probably not.
I'll just be like, okay,
Look, Mookie is a top 5 guy.
I don't give a damn. When Frenchie gets a start, he's a top 5 guy. I don't care.
Depends.
I
unless
really-
he gets fucking wild in the whoops.
Well, he definitely didn't get a top 5 start.
All right. So 250 class
Oh,
recap
dude, hang
here.
on. My phone's listening to us.
Why?
Okay, cool.
Look at it.
Dirt bike kids.
Dirt
Yeah.
Bike Kids, 25% off.
Jesus.
President's Day sale.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Free plug.
Carson Mumford.
Yeah. All right. So 250 race recap brought to you by Holster Co. They make Kydeck holsters for all your fun toys that go bang bang. And they
Bing
also
bong.
sell other bang bang things.
bong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
So anyway, make sure to check them out at miholsterco.com. Again, link in the description below. And thanks to them for coming on board. Mike and Roxy, who own that place. Again, great moto family. They got kids that ride. They all ride. It's fucking fantastic. They're cool people. I was just over there the other day trying to buy some things that go bang bang.
All right.
Got a CRF 150 in the back of the shop he's working on.
Look, man,
What's he
that's
doing with
awesome.
that?
It's for his daughter.
Put some supermoto tires on it.
Nah, it's for his daughter.
Oh, I want it.
A CRF 150?
Oh, yeah.
For
150
what?
R.
Cole's heyday
Yeah.
was on the 150.
Oh, was it really?
That,
Yeah.
that got me
Oh,
into 4
man.
strokes, dude. I was good on
Oh,
that
man.
bike. I was
Yeah, that
pretty good on
you-
that bike.
You and,
Oh,
Logan, you
man.
and Logan Carnow battling it out.
Hey, dude, don't worry. You're
Did
about
we battle?
You,
Oh, we
Carnell
did.
and
Logan.
Carne Asada?
You and
You
Carnow.
and Carnell and Carne Asada.
I used to beat him when he was on 65.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, you raced Cole Thompson a couple times.
And
You'd
now
probably
he's
be-
I got
racing
waxed
pro.
by Cole Thompson.
It's okay, bro. Cole Thompson, I watched him at Oak Hill win like 13 titles.
I remember him watching fucking drop from B class, second drop, and win A at Log Road.
and now Carnell's getting top 10s in fucking Supercross races, and you're here.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I watched Zach Williams fucking wax Cooper Webb at Redbud.
a good
That's
point.
funny. That is true. That is true.
I whole shot at Cooper Webb.
I watched Dennis Jonan beat Ryan Dungey.
Okay, that's enough reminiscing. We are on to the 250
Derek
class.
Johnson whole shot at Nungy.
He also beat Darren Durham.
So,
Derek Johnson.
No way.
Yeah.
D Baby Johnson.
Yes, he beat Darren Durham.
no one cares about this. Can we talk about the race?
Oh, we would hear about that for. He loves to tell it.
Ask him about it one time. Anyways.
Oh,
seriously,
I'd
ask
never
him.
hear the end of it.
All right. Let's talk about 250s.
Jet Lawrence.
Look good. Look good.
This is a new jet.
I think it's Oh, I thought the whole marketing thing around him was bitching, where they had the gear match the merch drop and all that. I thought that was cool.
He looked really good, but is it a new jet though, or is it just the same jet and it's the first round and we haven't seen him pull a jet yet?
I mean, he did look pretty solid.
Yeah, but I mean, when his wins last year, he also looked really solid. Like, what was it, the second round in Arlington where he won by 15 seconds?
He didn't look like he was even fucking trying last night.
Yeah,
he was on a Sunday fucking cruise.
But
And
that's a total Jet Lawrence thing.
Faulkner reeled him in a little bit.
No, I'm not even going to take anything away from what Jet did. I feel like kind of what we say about a lot of these guys. Give me a few rounds where he does this again, and then I'm like, okay, new Jet. Because he could do the same. He could go out Triple Crown and...
Yeah, I mean, I want to see a couple more,
yeah,
but
he's done this. He did that last year when he won. That's just how Jet rides. I mean, look, we watched him at Ironman fucking win by how many, and wasn't even trying.
yeah, the only difference is that okay, we saw H1 last year. Houston won, right?
Yeah, what did he get?
H1N1.
I don't remember what he got, but he came out and it was a shit show. It was
'cause I think they're like
not
fourth or
good,
fifth.
and you could tell he was nervous.
Yeah.
This is not a nervous Jet. This is a Jet that I'm here to fuck shit up.
I mean, that's
and
pretty
go the fuck
impressive
home.
because he's got even more bullshit off the track shit toward him.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe at being at a young age like that, that's all he knows, and he's just accustomed to it.
I
That's
think
what
with
it is.
him kind of saying he got a little bit humbled in his going
Yeah,
down,
got slapped
I think
with the
he
humble stick. I
realized
like
that
that a lot,
maybe he's not
yeah.
as fucking good as he thought he was.
Yeah,
You know.
which was why he probably didn't try anything crazy yesterday, like he probably was thinking about.
Which
What did he
is
say he got humbled of?
he got
he
slapped
said
with
he
the
got
humble
humbled.
stick when
He said he
in
got
that
humbled.
off season.
Yeah.
when he crashed there.
because he kind of was coming in thinking, "Oh, I'm hot shit" or whatever, and then he got humbled and which is
Good.
The thing that scares me though with Jet, because he is so talented, and we've seen it with other guys, that when he wants to try to pull some shit that only he could do, is he going to be able to do it or is he not? And that's why I say, like, give me a few more rounds, and if he wins the next 2 rounds or whatever,
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, he's going to easily win this championship. But like I
He
said,
wasn't even like scrubbing hard yesterday, though.
the
like,
thing that I
was-
don't understand.
Using his legs though, that's faster.
I mean, to
honestly.
say he was just soaking it up and just like
100%.
straight jumping everything.
The thing that, like, I don't understand though, where he passed Faulkner, same place he passed J-Mart, how did nobody, like, give the guys heads up? Hey, man, he's got no problem running in deep in that left-hander.
FYI, he went up and pecker slapped J-Mart in that heat race and said, "Look, I know you're the old dog, but the young pup's here to fucking ride, boy."
Well, we'll talk
don't
about
remember that.
We'll talk about J-Mart.
Were you expecting more out of him?
J-Mart?
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get to him.
Yeah, we'll talk about J-Mart here in a second. But dude,
No,
when he
Yeah.
passed him in that heat and went up and like made some contact and stuff, I was like, "Oh boy."
I got
he
a little
knows-
scared though when J-Mart stayed in it, like coming out of the corner. I was like, "Oh fuck, they're both gonna go down."
But dude, he did that. And I don't know. Did I send it in the group chat or did I not? Because I literally said
But
like,
it was
dude,
it was
he-
like late.
Yeah, I was like, dude, he went up and pecker
did.
slapped him a little bit.
Yeah.
Just not like full blown punch, just like
No,
a
just
light
random one.
backhander of like, "Hey, bud,
But how did
I'm fucking here."
How did Faulkner, who had to have like because he was Jet was the only guy that's really running in deep on that corner.
Yeah.
that nobody was like, "Hey, like,
I don't
dude,
know.
like protect the inside."
I don't fucking know.
Like I just watched that. I'm going, bro.
But here's what I really like to see out of Jet. I want to see a race where Faulkner's beating him and they're really fucking close, and Jet just settles in and gets second.
Well, I think these next 2 rounds we're gonna find out.
Because that would be, then I would really be on this Jet train
he
of
settles.
like, we're championship mindset. We know how to do it, and we're gonna fucking do
Well,
it.
we got the Triple Crown in Daytona, so we're gonna fucking find out
We're gonna
everybody's
find out.
mindset.
A
Because
triple crown at Daytona.
Triple Crown and then Daytona.
I was gonna say
God, that was so-
Triple Crown
hey.
at Daytona would be fucking awesome.
already sweat shootout of Daytona.
Yeah, but anyway, but no, I was like I said, I was really impressed because he was not like there was no emphasis on fucking
No.
pushing it, or even when Faulkner started to close on him, like I didn't know. So did you guys notice going back to 450s for just a second? Did you guys notice how much Ando was like doing this?
Well, I think he wanted to realize how close Coop was because
Yeah.
when he did realize, he's like, "I am not about to get Ken Roxon."
Yeah,
Like that was what I was thinking. He's like, "Where's Coop?"
But we didn't
Where's
see.
Coop?
But we didn't see that out of Jet at all. Even when
No.
Faulkner was closing down on him, he wasn't paying attention behind him. He was just going
Well-
forward and just like I said, the straight jumping, not hard scrubbing, not looking
soaking it
like
up
he
with
was.
his legs.
Yeah,
It's
just
more
not
energy
looking like
efficient.
he was ready. Like he was fucking going. He was just like, dude, I'm cruising.
Well, and he even
Okay,
said
sweet.
He even said it on the podium. He's like, "Look, Faulkner was keeping me honest. When he would close up, I was marking him, pull it back out a little bit. But like he even said it, obviously until the way end. He's like, I wasn't pulling on him.
Yeah.
I just knew like, hey, I can settle in here, and this is when I got to push. And at that point, that track was so fucking chewed up. Like,
Yeah.
if you were going to try to make up 2 seconds or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
or 1.8, you're probably going to go down. Let's be real. To try to
Yeah.
make up 1.8 seconds, you're going to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Second place, Austin Faulkner. I feel like that was a great ride for him.
I think that was good. Good
He
rebound, good confidence booster.
Looked
Especially after
fast
the way
all day.
that heat race went.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, here we go again. And then,
He's on top of the board.
well, no, the heat race.
The Heat.
Yeah, but in practice,
In
though.
practice, yeah, he was close. I don't remember what he qualified, but,
But he likes
was,
to
he was
dick
right up
measure in
there.
practice.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I think that with how that main went, that showed that he is just over the whole narrative about, like, he can't win championships, he can't stay healthy for an entire season. He kind of is like, well, I'm just going to, like, show my speed, and if it's not good enough, then I'm going to take this second. Because after Jet got around him and he started to gap him when he started reeling him back in, Faulkner didn't really get sketchy that entire rest of the main. He's just, like, putting in laps.
This is
Yeah.
the first time Faulkner will be at Daytona, correct?
No.
He's never been an East Coast guy.
He was at Daytona in 2018 when him and Zacho were battling that. He won Daytona that year. Remember when him and Zacho were going back and forth and then Faulkner crashed his brains out? Zach.
When he cross jumped him or whatever?
No, he won Daytona in 2019.
Oh, he did race? He raced Daytona in 2019?
Yep.
He won Daytona in 2018, though, too, didn't
No,
he?
2018 he was third.
Okay. So I'm only thinking.
I guess I didn't know Faulkner was a Daytona guy.
Yeah. He's done pretty well there over the years.
Yep,
He likes it.
third and first. Those are the only two times he's been there. Yep, third and first.
Okay.
So
2018 was that year that Zach was like literally dead last in the
Yeah.
heat race. It's going to be interesting, man. Like I said, I can't keep putting enough emphasis going from a Triple Crown to Daytona. Mm-hmm. It's going to put a lot of pressure on these boys to start off the year. Like, hey, we got
Yeah.
Minnesota, track's going to be gnarly, and then now we're going into two
You
crazy
know who's
things.
ready for Daytona.
J-Mart? Well, let's just talk about. Well, I guess we got
hold
to
on.
talk about McAdoo.
I was gonna say let's keep moving here. So McAdoo third. I thought that was a good solid ride for him.
Oh, Mitch Payton definitely rolled his chair back from the edge.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that depends. Is it back up to the edge because of Jet Reynolds or
No,
Oh,
it was up on the edge. He was
God.
teeter-tottering, but he rolled it back.
he probably
was teeter-tottering
he
in Amelia.
probably waited till Jet. He knew that he was going to be okay. And then
He
probably
was
threw a
tottering the
crescent
front
wrench.
wheels over the edge.
Probably threw a crescent wrench at his head.
yeah? So no, I think this was a good first race ride for McAdoo here for the year. I mean, third
he closed
place.
on Faulkner there for the first couple
did,
laps.
yeah.
Yeah, he was right there at the end, too.
I was gonna say he was in it. So I mean, the top
five were who
were
we
all
thought,
within
though.
10 seconds.
The
so
top five was who we
were
thought.
all we thought. Yeah, so that's for sure.
Do you think McAdoo is probably was over the offseason talk? Like, this is Jet, it's Faulkner, it's J-Mart, even RJ to an extent. He's like, hey guys, like I battled for this championship last year. I won races. I didn't win it, but like I'm not a fucking seventh place dude.
I don't know. I feel like there was some talk around him last week.
Justin Starling?
No, well, besides Starling, they did mention
Maybe
him
he
on
had-
Pulp.
Maybe
stuff.
some stuff was bothering him before.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in the conversation.
Yeah, but
He
do we
has
really
been in the
Do
conversation.
we really see him though when we get 3-4 rounds in when a lot of these dudes are peaking? and
I
him
just don't
still be
think.
there?
I just don't think he's got top end speed to go
That's
with Faulkner or
why
fucking
J-Mart,
Faulkner or Jet.
or even RJ if RJ can stay. Like I want to give credit to McAdoo, but we just know.
I mean, honestly, if you were to ask me, it is Jet Faulkner speed wise. Jet Faulkner are here, and then you drop here, and you've got Hampshire, McAdoo, J-Mart are all in the same speed category, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
So and it's not like far off, but it's kind of like it's not even as far as like Hunter and Craig.
well, there's another
difference.
guy that we're going to talk the further we go on this list. If he could, stay on two wheels and get a start, that I think could jump his name up in there.
Yeah. So anyway, J-Mart fourth. I think that was exactly what J-Mart needed to do.
Yes,
Finish a fucking race.
yes,
Finish
Wait,
a
what
fucking
did he get,
race.
yeah,
Fourth.
and
Yeah.
not get landed on.
Not get landed on, not get hurt, not crash all day.
Yeah, because his confidence,
Golden.
he's probably like, all right, I'm good.
Just get through Supercross.
Yeah.
And then win an outdoor title. Just
Well,
dominate the fucking outdoors.
I even mean for just getting through Supercross and like having good finishes. Like he's just, dude. Like I got landed on last year. I won that heat race. Let's be real. He probably could have won that title last year with who he was racing.
Yeah.
Got landed on. We know that 2020 was up and down with everything going on at Geico. The horsepower wasn't. There's just been shit going on with him at Supercross. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. He's just like, hey, I just need to get through this first round. Like that's it. That's all I
Yep.
need to do.
Nope.
And like I
Yep.
said, with
That's
Daytona,
100%.
with Daytona being in 2 rounds, something that he's gonna love riding. I don't think I expected any more from him. Like, yeah, maybe I thought he was gonna win, and then after practice, I was like, no, he's gonna maybe be unboxed.
Yeah. Yep. Fifth place, RJ Hampshire. Listened to a post-race interview. He was having stomach cramping issues about midway through that main, like severe stomach cramping issues, he was saying, which now what we know or what you've told me
Is
about
that,
the carbon
carbon
monoxide,
monoxide?
maybe. He said it got better at the end of the race, but he said, yeah, like midway, it was like bad. So I don't know. Fifth place, but again, I think that was good. He needed to just come out in the opening round.
He's another guy that just needs to fucking finish.
All
Yeah.
5 of those dudes did exactly what they needed to do last
Yeah.
night. They just needed to make it through the first round.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They were all just like,
Get through the
There.
first round. Don't have anything happen.
They're probably all thinking, "Holy shit! Please just don't crash. Just don't.
Yep.
Just don't crash. Nobody crash in front of me. Nobody crash behind me."
Pierce Brown, 6th.
That's who I was going to talk about.
Okay.
that heat race. I told you.
I honestly believe that
That was impressive.
If he can keep building his confidence and be like, "Hey, I can make it through these races and get a start," I think he can throw his name in there for being a guy that's going to start not championship, throwing his name in there for like, "Hey."
I don't know. I thought Moseman was going to be a change man from that team, but
But I think Pierce Brown's faster than Mosman.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Really?
Let's go a few rounds and see if Brown gets
Well,
in
that's
the
what
Brown.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He needs to get through these rounds like, "Hey, I can stay on 2 wheels."
oh,
Yeah.
he's down to Brown.
I mean, he was good last night.
It was good.
When that heat race got 6th, I mean, the start wasn't
I was gonna
great.
say it's really funny because a lot of these top 10 dudes, it was like they did like we've been talking about,
And the guy
exactly-
right after Pierce
yeah.
Brown, Styles.
Yeah, Styles.
Same thing.
Pretty much what we thought.
But
Yeah.
now finding out that he literally didn't start riding Supercross until what, 10 days ago?
Yeah, but I heard he's still injured. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like
Well, he
that
had a-
injury. There was something else, is what I've heard.
Well, he's been
Really?
having
You're riding pretty well then.
He's been
yeah.
having nagging injuries
That's why
for
when
like
you
the
were
last 3
talking on the
years.
fantasy show about picking him, I was like, do it. Pick
Oh,
him.
thanks for telling me.
No, I
He's-
was trying
well,
to fuck
it
you a little bit.
Did
on
you,
that.
did you
Oh,
pick him?
yeah, listen to
Did
this
you pick him?
dickhead over here.
Did you pick him?
Yeah.
Well, it turned out well then, didn't it?
Look, bro, am I
Yeah.
trying to fucking win this championship between us? Yes,
Look.
I fucking am.
Oh, so he is playing dirty. We
Look.
need to start holding shit back on the fantasy
I
pod.
know, right? I got to just start.
We're
like,
trying to be transparent to
I
the
know.
listeners.
I'm going to pick
and we got
Isaiah
this guy
Clark
over
next
here.
time.
I fucking listen to more shit than you guys do. So like, yeah,
AJ Canzaro, man.
Yeah.
dude.
Good for Styles though, but he's been dealing with
we'll talk
injuries.
a little
for
bit about
he's
him,
been
too.
dealing with injuries for like the last 3 years.
Yeah, he's just injury prone. What are you doing? Could you not do
My
that?
chin
I'm gonna
itches,
shut your
dude.
fucking mic off,
All right.
dude.
So
My chin itches.
not
Could
bad.
you hear it?
I mean, his speed was good.
Dude,
He was on top of the board at one point in Q1.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so that was impressive. Enzo Lopes, 8th. I mean, that's a good ride for Enzo, dude.
I picked him.
I picked
That's
him
a
too. I
really
like that
good
kid.
ride for the club.
Did you notice that like at one point all 3 of the club dudes
We're in a
were
row.
just freight
Yeah.
training?
Yeah, it was awesome.
And Phil was in the middle and he's probably just going, "Swear to God, if one of you motherfuckers."
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did y'all see the after thing with him and Faulkner?
Faulkner, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay, because I want to talk about that too.
I do too. So your boy Levi Kitchen, that was fucking impressive yesterday.
Dude.
Not the main.
Oh, you're shitting on him.
Not the main so much.
Yeah.
But the
The main was probably nerves
yeah, but qualifying
from the B.
from the B and on top of the board halfway through the
Track's
A.
better in 250B though. I
It
just
doesn't
wanna say.
matter.
Yeah,
That
but
was
at one,
still
but at one,
fucking.
yeah, but dude, he was like almost 2 seconds faster.
I was gonna say it was like a second and
Told you.
something
Told you.
faster.
I love
it was
Levi, dude.
fucking, when
Told
I
you.
saw that, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, he's gonna
Pick him. Pick him, you
He's
told
gonna
me.
He's gonna be good.
You know what I
that's-
did? I picked him.
You know what that sucks though? Now he's gonna be an all-star in his fucking.
Yeah. No, he's
Oh,
not.
I used him up.
No, he's ninth. Isn't
Yeah,
only
I thought it
top
was
eight-
1 to
top-
9.
No, top 8.
Well, he's going to be a negative handicap.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
I'll still probably pick him though.
No, dude,
because
he's gonna be good. I just that
Yeah.
was him making it through.
He slept on the gate in the main because I was watching that when you came over.
Yeah.
he slept on that fucking.
Well,
gate.
in the heat
Nervous.
race too, he
Yeah.
just messed up that rhythm section, and everybody's so close. That
Yeah,
he got passed by 3 dudes.
Yeah. I was gonna say the heat when he got out to that start, I was like, "Fuck, he's gonna win this heat," and then he fucked up that rhythm. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I love watching that kid ride, dude.
But, dude,
He
it
has
reminds me of an AP.
He's got so much lower body strength, and he honestly tosses that thing around like a BMX bike.
Kind
was
of like
way-
watching Plessinger.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
It was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
And
If he would have got like 12th last night, I'd have been like, "Yeah, that's about what I thought."
But I think what was better to your point is how good his speed is. Mm-hmm. Like the fact that he was,
Yeah.
but he was 9th, but his speed,
Yeah, it was good.
Was close to the top 5.
Yeah.
Like, dude, first round, we're good.
It bodes well if he can keep it in
Oh, yeah.
a situation like that through this year and just
He's
finish
gonna-
the season. It bodes well for going into
I
the
think
next
he's going to
year
keep,
or two.
and I think he's going to keep building as the season
Yeah.
goes on. And I think he could. I mean, I won't be shocked if he gets on the box.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me either. My thing with him would be like, especially if I'm managing that team, is just if you can get a top 5 at some point, awesome. Other than that, just fucking do your thing.
Make it through the
Just make it through
Supercross
the
year,
year.
and then go to
Yeah.
outdoors, and then kill it.
Especially when you're doing shit like that. Like, dude, you do shit like that, whatever.
Oh man, dude, if he's on top
Top
of the board,
10,
if he's
yeah.
on top of the board in practice, yeah, he's
Yep.
good.
So 10th place, Phil Nicoletti. This is pretty much where
I was still
pegged-
scared.
Where
I was still
pegged Phil
scared.
in, but I thought he looked good all day.
He did look pretty good, but like, yeah, who called getting it into with one of the younger riders? Like that shit scares me. So.
But But so
That was
first
Faulkner's
off,
fault, by the way.
Yeah,
was.
that was Faulkner's fault.
And then the whole
the
Smithy
Smith
thing in the
thing
rain.
was not him.
No, it wasn't
either.
him either time.
In fact, it's so funny because, like I told you, if you listen to his post race, he talks about like, I looked over and I was like, "Where the fuck are you going?" And then Smith wads it, and if you watch the race, he literally is tripling before he singles into that corner, and he sees Smith, and he's just like this in the air, like, "What are you doing?" It's so funny because you could see it on TV.
And then Smith weeds it.
And then Smith just
Phil was
weeds
probably
it.
like,
Yeah.
dumb dick.
Yeah, probably. But dude, so him getting into it with Faulkner, I listened.
But
to
it
that.
sounded like he was just like, you have the skill. You're better than that kind of
that's
thing.
exactly what he said. He told him was like, dude, you're better than this. Like, don't do dumb shit like that fucks us both up. And from what I could hear of that audio, it wasn't just him being like, dude,
He
you're
said
fucking
you have the
stupid.
fucking skill or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. And I was like, I don't see any problem with
No,
this.
I don't either. The thing that scares me though with Phil is do you think at some point, because this is Phil, that he's gonna actually get into it with somebody like a dude that's not on his level, and then him try to go?
First off,
But if it being,
I'm here for that day.
I'm not
about
here
the
for it
Michael
if it's a
Lessie comment on that
17-year-old
video?
8
kid
days of the
though.
weekend, dude, I heard Alessi's getting roasted for
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
For
I'll have
what?
to go look
What?
at
He
it.
made a fucking comment
yeah,
saying that like Phil is the most unprofessional pro rider out there, and I'm
mean,
like,
how about the time
Alessi,
where he
how
just
about you
loaded up in
shut
that corner
the
and
fuck
T-bone
up?
tickle?
Yeah,
Oh, how about the time he dragged his bike to Tedesco?
Yeah, I know. And then fucking yeah.
yeah. No, he is getting roasted from what I hear.
I gotta see.
So
yeah.
the thing that scares me with Phil is we kind of want to see this because this is whole Phil shtick. But I am afraid that he is going to get into it with an actual kid, though. Like, what happens if one of these times he's in it? Like, say he goes in LCQ for whatever reason, and some fucking rookie whoever, there's enough of them, 17 years old, just squids out and takes him out on accident, and then he tries to go over and be all tough guy. Phil's got to realize that he's dealing with kids, and not only that, but some of these
Did
kids
you just say tries to be tough guy? Because I'm pretty sure, like with
He's
most
not
of these people, I'm
with the
picking
kids.
Phil.
Yeah, with kids. You go in there with an actual somebody. Okay, he wouldn't pull that shit with Weston Pike. Weston would beat his ass.
Well, yeah, but he's smart enough to know that too.
but what
Phil's
I'm
not
saying is
dumb.
he's got to realize that a lot of these are kids, and these kids' dads still come to the track. These kids' dads are bigger than Phil.
Yeah, I'm not sure
You go-
Phil's worried about that either.
He'll get his ass beat.
Well, I'm not sure he's worried about
These
that.
you don't think he's worried about getting his ass beat?
Do you really?
Tony Alessi didn't beat his ass.
mean,
Tony
say-
Alessi's a bitch.
Do you really think that he was worried about that as he was chasing Mike around fucking Canada
This
2
is-
years ago? Like,
Well, that was Mike. Mike was a grown. I'm talking about a kid. If he gets into it with a 17-year-old kid and like grabs his fucking helmet or some shit and tries to yank him on the ground, some of these old boys are Southern boys. Daddies are big dudes. Phil puts his hand on a 17-year-old. Dad's gonna beat Phil's ass.
I'm here for this.
I'm not.
8 days a week.
I'm
and
not
twice
here.
On Sunday.
I'm not here to see that. This is not fucking MMA. These dudes don't know how to fight.
Hey,
the
it's
Alessi
fine.
comment got deleted, boys.
Shocker.
No,
Probably
I'm just-
Alessi deleted it.
I'm just not here for that. This is not MMA. You don't need to act like a tough guy. You don't know how to fight, dude. You're not getting paid to try to fight. And if you fighting a kid makes you look more dumb than anything.
Hey, look, man. If the kid does something dumb, he deserves to get it fucking yelled at.
No,
and
he
if the
doesn't.
dad steps in,
If a kid does something dumb, if he's a rookie in Supercross, it doesn't deserve it. Like, dude, a lot of these kids, their first time racing Supercross, you get loose. Phil, have you seen that crash at the test track with Phil?
yeah,
Yeah, Phil was a kid too. He was a rookie. He did dumb shit.
that's fine. He
That's
probably
part
got
of-
yelled at by his old man too.
Yeah, but he didn't also put his hands on a kid.
And that was at the test track. There's a difference between the test track and the race. I'm
Like I
not making
said,
no money at the test track.
You put your hands on a kid, just be prepared for what happens afterwards.
How many? I mean, you really think, other than like maybe grabbing a hold of their helmet to say like,
No,
look, dumb dick.
if he's like yelling at him like that, then no. But we know that Phil sometimes doesn't have control and he will put his hands on you. If that happens, you put your hands on a kid, it's not going to end well for you, bro.
Yeah, but
you're
if-
going to get your
yeah.
shit kicked in.
I don't know. I don't know that I really see Phil putting hands on a fucking any of these kids.
I hope not, but I don't trust Phil. Like, dude is not stable.
and that's the first thing.
You just said Phil is not stable.
He's not stable.
I think
Oh
he's more
my
stable
God.
than we think.
Rude.
What, dude? Rude. What do you
Brutal.
mean? You hear the shit that
brutal.
comes out of his mouth?
Brutal.
I mean, have we ever seen him actually put hands on somebody after a race?
I've seen him back in the day at amateurs, maybe not as pros.
Okay, well that's a lot of years ago.
Doesn't
I
matter.
also used to beat the shit out of people back in the day, but here we are. I'm 30 years old now. I'd pretend not to do it anymore.
Well, this is also, you're not trying to do a shtick that I'm Mr. Tough Guy.
I don't think it's a shtick.
I think it's a shtick.
I
He's not.
I don't think it's really a
Phil's
shtick.
not an actual tough guy. You put him in a situation with a guy that actually knows how to fight, he's going to cower just like the rest of us would. Put him in there with a guy that actually knows how to box, he ain't going to be like, oh, yeah, dude, I'll go after you. I'm a badass. No, you're not. You don't get paid to fight. You get paid to ride a dirt bike. You try to act like a tough guy, it doesn't end
People
well.
get paid for the personalities these days too.
I don't know. I don't see him actually putting hands on anyone. And if any of the dads put hands on him because he's yelling at their kid because they fucking did something in the race,
There ain't gonna be no fights in the pits.
then the dads need to be fucking put in place too. Because let me tell you this. Okay, yes, they're kids. Guess what? There are kids that play in the NHL too. And you want to know what? The dads don't put their hands on the other players when they get in a fucking fight and some 30-year-old dude beats the shit out of them on the fucking ice. They
also
go,
know the NHL is not motocross.
This is what we do.
But you also check people in hockey. You don't try to physically take someone out on a dirt bike track unless you're just being a menace.
I've seen it.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't see him actually putting hands on people. Like, this went way off the rails here for what I was talking about. But
You think Phil is just gonna actually fist fight?
Phil
a
is
kid.
running around fist fighting kids.
Phil,
This is what you think is happening.
Phil has a shtick.
don't like
Would
Phil.
you like me to DM Phil and get him on the show? Because I
Sure.
bet he would have a fucking wonderful conversation with you about running around actually
I
fist
bet he
fighting
wouldn't come
kids.
on, but
No. But
Actually fist fighting kids.
yeah, sure, man. If he gets taken out by somebody, you think he's not going to
Weston
implode?
Pike was a fucking fighter, and he was not running around fist fighting fucking people.
Vince Freeze says otherwise.
Okay. That was once, and we all saw what happened.
You don't think that if something like that happens to Phil, something's not going to go fucking...
I don't think Phil's going into the fucking pits and
I don't
fist
see
fighting
Phil
somebody.
fist fighting people.
You guys, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to do that. I'm saying if a situation leads
Isn't
to
that
him,
not what he just said? Was
I'm
that
pretty
if
sure
he
that's what
puts
you
hands
just
on
said.
these kids' dads are going to put hands on him?
if
like,
someone
this
takes
is the
him
whole
out,
thing you just
never
said.
mind. I'm getting sick of this. Go on.
We're going
'Cause
around in a
you guys
circle about what
you guys
just
aren't
said.
listening to what I'm saying.
You're saying that
I'm saying if a kid accidentally takes him out
Okay.
and costs him whatever, say it costs him getting into the main, making
Okay.
money.
All right.
You don't think that if fucking Phil in his mind sees it that this kid fucking T-boned me, whether it was an accident or not, he's not going to fucking go off the rails and get pissed off when he literally got in
And
for
fight
their
the kid.
shit.
okay, but going
No.
off the rails
He's
and
not gonna fight
screaming
the
at
kid.
some kid is different than fucking fist fighting them.
Yeah,
okay?
he can scream at the kid, but he ain't
Well,
gonna fist fight him.
Michael Essie also got fucking chased after and he took out Phil.
Yeah,
He didn't fist fight him though.
he didn't fist fight him. I mean, yeah,
He
granted, he
bullshit. He was
went over
literally
and-
going over and ready to beat the fuck out of him.
No, he
No,
was not. He
he-
did not
but-
fist fight him because trust me, I've
He
seen the
didn't.
pictures of him standing over him like
He just
this.
stood
if
over
he
him and gave
wanted
him
to
a
hit
throat
him,
slit.
he would have fucking
Okay.
hit him.
All right, anyways.
I don't see him fist fighting kids.
All right, anyways.
Maybe yelling at them, and if
He's a
if that's
yeller.
the case, and then the fucking dads step in and fucking do anything
Which
but
I could
yell,
see happening.
then
We'll
the
go
dads
pay-per-view,
need.
fuck it.
I was gonna say then the
No, I
dads
don't
need
want
to
see
be
that.
out of
They
there.
don't- They don't know how to fight. None of
This
us do.
ain't going pay per view.
But
No,
You watch
no.
too much MMA.
but I am there for that 8 days a week and twice on Sunday.
I'm not.
You got
fucking
Justin sweating right
it's
now.
Great for
I'm not here for all that.
you. Want
You got him sweating.
I can make him sweat more because I can tell him how Dylan's never going to win a fucking Supercross race. But that's
Look, he is sweating.
another
He had to
thing.
wipe her down.
He is.
Can we just move
That's
on?
because I started it with the whole Dylon fucking conversation, how he's not going to beat Mookie, and now I'm going to tell him that he's not going to win a race, and now I'm moving on to now he's
No
trying
more-
to tell
no
us
more
that
fist
Phil
fighting.
is fucking going to fist fight 17-year-old kids in the pits. Sometimes you talk about the shit that comes out of my mouth. Have you listened to the ridiculous shit coming from his mouth tonight?
That was the only ridiculous thing. Usually I'm on your side, but
That's
I don't
fine.
think
Let's
he's
go.
fist fighting kids.
Phil fist fighting kids in the pits. Awesome. I'm a fucking
I don't know. I'm just picturing like Phil fist fights this kid, and then it becomes like this fucking crusty demons of dirt brawl in the pits with just people tossing each other off each other.
I mean, I can see it.
I really hope it happens at a round I'm at, so I can see
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
Like St. Louis would be awesome.
Good. I'm all for fist fighting Phil, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm not saying it's going to happen either. I'm just saying that it could lead to something
I'm just
where it
standing
could
there
happen.
watching that.
All right,
I'm not
who's
doing
next?
shit. All right, moving on. Jace Owen, 11th. That was kind of a quiet day. I don't got anything for Jace. Derek Drake, 12th. Smith. So this goes back to the whole conversation of you calling the whole like Sexton wadding it. Tom Cooper said something about Smith before the race even started, and I said, don't worry, Smith is going to do Smith things. And sure as shit, an hour
wadded it
later,
twice in the main.
I get a screenshot of him just fucking cartwheeling next to Phil.
God,
and
look
I
good in
said,
that heat
wow,
race, though.
I feel like
He
somebody
looked good
said
in the
that.
heat.
Look good in that heat race,
especially
man.
he's on a little lower end equipment too.
Look,
Yeah.
guys,
this is who he is, okay?
Yeah, I just wish he would have like finished, but
He has some good races. He could possibly like he's one of those
win.
guys that could win one at some time, and I would just be like, yeah, that's a fucking thing. But
Well, there are probably a lot of times last year he
99% of the
could've won.
time, this is what's going to happen. You're going to see him cartwheeling through the fucking whatevers.
I'm picking him in fantasy.
well, if we saw him,
Good luck.
if we saw the way he did in the heat race, maybe it's just the thing of is he just needs to get a good start where he's not around a bunch of people and maybe things just go.
Maybe he
fucking
just
south.
needs
he
to like
melted
not
the fuck
cartwheel.
down.
Yeah, it's bad. So anyway, Henry Miller, 14th. Oh man, when I saw him on the screen,
good.
First off, can we talk about that fucking kit though? Like the Minnesota Wild design
That was
with
Jerry
it on
Robin.
the bike.
That was Jerry-
it?
that was
Oh,
Jerry Robin.
Oh, sorry, wrong Minnesota guy.
there's like
Sorry.
30 of them last night, so it's fine.
wrong Minnesota guy. Cullen Park, good rookie debut there. And,
Yeah, I can't believe Matt picked him
15th.
in fantasy though. That
was
Did
fucking
you really?
Yeah.
That was bold.
That was
Bro,
awful
when he
fucking
put when he said that he picked Smith, Catanzaro, Welton, and fucking
Dude,
I was like, go for it.
And then when
dog.
I saw Welton Park make it, I was like, holy shit.
Oh, dude.
Jeremy Hand, 16th. That's not bad.
I didn't
Cody
see that
Got me
one.
fucking
Cody
full
Schock.
points on that
Give
one.
Cody Schock a factory bike with a 17th finish in fucking.
Who says give him
He has a factory bike.
Dude, everybody last year,
And
dude.
well, we were
He's
talking
not
about that
on a
outdoors,
I know, but it's just funny because
which is crazy because he was actually good in Supercross last year.
Yeah.
He was top 10 guy.
yeah. Who knows what the hell's going on there? Marshall Welton, 18th. Kyle Peters, 19th. Anything, Cole? Have you seen anything about what happened to Peters?
Well, he got
You
taken
didn't
off
watch
the
him get taken out and
He got
stuck on
taken off the
side of
track, bro.
No, I
That fucking tabletop before the finish.
Yeah.
And he got
but-
stuck in between.
And then he
the
got
shit.
squidded out.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Because they ain't pulled off.
I think he had bike issues.
Then yeah. something.
So anyway, Varese again bike issues. I think 20th, Fry 21st. Shocker there.
I think he had another. I think he was having bike issues. Jesus, I don't know. Shit was going on.
maybe the monoxide was fucking the bikes up,
Maybe, I don't know. And then Volan 22nd.
or maybe that's why they were pulling off.
Anybody seen anything with Volan's
Ain't no
crash?
bike issues.
What about Oldenburg too?
Have you seen anything with Volan's crash?
No, I haven't.
Collarbone
either.
look like.
Can we talk about Oldenburg? Like,
I
what
know.
the fuck? Just
I mean,
I
that's
feel
who
bad
he is,
for him.
kinda.
There's no way the team could be mad at him though, because like, dude, you have
no.
fucking bike issue before. it
Cartwright
even-
also kind of fucked him on that
Yeah.
start in the LCQ.
Yeah,
Dude,
So,
I want to. Just so fucking bummed from man Grant Harlan in that fucking LCQ in qualifying position. It's taken out.
yeah.
Who cleaned him? Welton did, didn't he?
Yeah, Marshall cleaned him out. I mean, good for Marshall for getting in, but I was just bummed. I really like Grant Harlan. I was like, God damn it.
Anything else with the race here?
I just want to talk about how once again we talked about this enough that fucking 250 is just so insanely deep.
Good
I mean, we
luck.
got a guy coming on the show here in a minute that's like didn't even make it in. That let's be honest, if he was racing last year in this coast, probably could have gotten top 15.
Yeah,
And he didn't even make the night show.
Yeah.
And our boy Scott didn't either.
yeah.
Dude.
Poor Meshy.
That just
I didn't even see him in the first B practice, and I had to text him and be like, "What practice
he
are
was
you in?"
he was
Oh, he was probably like, wow, fuck.
I think he was sixth
like
on the
B.
board at some point. He was sixth on the board in Q1 for a little bit.
Was he? Yeah, I didn't even see his name, and I was like, "What the
this,
fuck?"
This tells you how ridiculous this fucking. I mean, it's going to be different now for this weekend. Cartwright was in the C practice and was top 15 in qualifying. Mm-hmm. Like from the C group.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was wild.
And then at fucking what was it? Ramey Alves didn't even make the night show
Dude,
either.
I know. I had him on my face. I was like, "Fuck,
They're like,
get him off."
So Ramey Alves.
I was like, pick him, pick him.
Chase,
Yeah.
Matt, well, in past seasons, you kind of would pick him.
I was
now.
gonna say, dude, I'm scrolling through those names of people that like didn't even make the show. Going, that guy's been in a night show. That guy's been in a night
That
show.
guy's not only been in the night
Maine.
show, he's been in the main.
Yeah, and just going, what the fuck is happening? So
And now it's going to get even worse.
yeah. So one more thing, race wise, kind of. How do you boys think AC did as a TV commentator in Race Day Live?
We all knew he was gonna be good.
I thought it was
Well,
great.
What I thought it was funny is he mentioned that he had never done that before. He has done that before.
he's done
Has
it.
He did it for
I
outdoors.
don't know.
Way.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
when he
yeah,
was in 250s.
Yeah, but
I didn't
isn't
know.
it-
I thought he was
technically
kind of
isn't it
mocking the
Supercross?
Fresh Prince at one point, where he was just like, "Guys, I got something or something."
So
I don't know. I
did
thought it was
you-
really good though.
So I don't know about you.
He's got a
Because
career in
I didn't
TV
watch
when he's
Race Day
done.
Live, so
Race
I
Day
don't-
Live was good too.
Yeah, it was. I don't know about you because like with everything you said you had going on.
Mm-hmm.
But did either of you guys like start the show right as it started, like right as it went live?
No.
correct. Yes.
Okay,
Or, yeah,
so
actually,
did you
yeah, I
see
was
how
watching
they
on
were
TV,
having
yeah.
like audio issues and we didn't hear Ricky and Blair come on until like right before the heat race?
Yeah.
You guys heard Joseph in the background, right? Like when he was like opening
Oh
ceremonies.
boy, what was
I
he
don't
saying?
know.
Just yelling and screaming all over the goddamn. I'm like,
Hey, just wait.
What's he
Detroit,
doing?
baby. Oh my God! Wait, hold
I'm gonna
on.
throw
Did you
something in
hear?
his
Did you
head.
hear him in Race Day Live?
no, every time
When he was
I've
asking-
literally turned the volume down.
He
every
was.
time
wait,
comes
let's
on.
hear it.
He asked Dungy if he thought he could get him. I don't know if he, at first. So
From
at first he
C.
said. At first he said Supercross, but then it was just to get him to Loretta's if he trained him for 2 years.
Because he
or
was talking
something.
about a whole thing about how like he
Yeah.
was good in super minis at the area
Yeah.
qualifiers, regionals, and then he got hurt, and then C, and he was
Oh,
basically
there's a
asking-
picture of him out there, and it's bad.
He was actually talking about
What?
hey,
Of
Him
the
riding?
Fresh Prince riding,
There's video.
is there?
and it's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not great.
He's
anymore.
actually he goes, yeah, Dungy. Do you think that if
Looks
I got
like
back
me.
into racing, you could get me to Loretta's? And I'm just sitting there going,
What
oh,
don't you say?
Dungy's
was
just like respectfully. He's like, "Oh
yeah.
maybe for sure, dude. You know, we could with any determination." And I'm just thinking, "Oh my god."
Oh, we hit him with that shit.
Yeah.
Just be determined.
Just be determined.
Be determined, hard work. Yeah, whatever. So
Dungy though, I don't like seeing him in the booth.
nah, he's not
Because
that
like
great.
I'm gonna be real honest with you, there was some shit that he
He's
said.
boring.
He was talking about guys that like, oh, this is their like Max Bowen, for instance.
Yeah.
This is his rookie year, and I'm thinking, dude, it's not that big of a deal to miss that. But if you're gonna be in the booth and talk about what's current,
And be a KTM guy?
Max's first year was last year. Yeah, this is his rookie year. Yeah, he got a fucking 36, number 36 by not even racing Supercross. last year.
Yeah.
So,
And be a KTM guy.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Like even when I hear him on the Pulp Show and stuff, he's still way too.
No, he's literally
corporate.
he's literally just on there to promote his fucking
Yeah.
Let's
coffee.
get RV on there. I want to see RV in the
yeah,
booth.
yeah, that'd be cool. So.
RV and Weimer.
All right.
Oh,
Anything else
God.
about the race here? Because if not, we're gonna take a break and then we'll.
Who wins Triple Crowns?
I got to go with Jet till proven otherwise at this point with that group.
Faulkner's pretty fucking good at Triple Crown.
He is pretty good.
I'm gonna go with Jet, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. Dude, I'm gonna go with Eli. He's gonna pull another one here. Eli's a triple crown god.
You?
It's like Eminem. He's a rap god, but it's
Oh,
a triple crown god. You know.
Fork. Stick a fork in it. It's done.
Ooh, it's a bold
Triple
move.
Crown winner.
Oh, that's not right.
Want to know what happened last time he was in Texas?
His ex. cheated
His
on him?
exes
No.
were in Texas?
No.
Alexis, Texas?
No.
Oh. Well,
Houston too, bro. Fucking just
Decent.
you know.
I know. Anyway.
Try to go quad in the corner and boom.
Yeah, I don't know if
collarbone.
they'll
He
do
was
that.
off. That was it.
No,
Game
last
over.
time he was in Texas, he saw his chick walking out of Sexton's rig.
Maybe that'd be
That's
awesome.
That's unfortunate.
I hear that's a thing.
Really weird.
That
No,
Sexton was
we don't need to talk about that.
Sexton was doing some motos.
Who wins the 450 class?
Who wins the 450 class, man?
Oh fuck. Where are they going? What's
Arlington. So
Arlington?
oh what's it? It's concrete dirt.
Yeah.
Give me JA.
All right. So I'm gonna be diplomatic. I think Anderson and Tomac split wins, and I think Jet and Faulkner split wins. I don't know who the fuck wins the overalls. I'm just gonna go Cowie sweep, man. I'm gonna go Ando and Faulkner.
Great
This is
call.
nothing. It's nothing against Jet because I think he could totally go out and win all.
Let
three
the
mains.
good times roll.
Yeah, I think he could totally go out and win all three mains. It's just one of those things that like. After seeing what Faulkner did, I feel that maybe Faulkner is just going to go for it, and he's just going to get it right for one of the. I don't know. I'm just going to say Faulkner and Ando.
All right.
But I could totally see Eli and Jet winning both of them.
All right. Well, cool. All right. Well, that's been your race recap brought to you by Holster Co. there for the 250s. And then our 450s was brought to you by Gutterworks. So we are going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with another semi-privateer hero, Jace Kessler, Michigan native, and talk to him about how his weekend went here. And yeah, we'll go from there. So stay tuned.